We're back.
You're not gonna sing your
Welcome
song?
to welcome to the Icebox. We got a lot to say. Welcome to the Icebox. It's been a long time, but we're back today.
Yay. Okay. We're
Brung.
not
Okay.
wasting any time. We'll get right into it. 10 secs. Laura, you first.
Okay, 10 seconds. So I went to Costco and Target today, but anyway, my point was went to Costco. Two kids, pretty much by myself. Was with my mom, but anyway. So I'm like feeding Arya a hot dog. I have like a chicken Caesar salad and I'm feeding Abby a bottle. And it was like just chaos because Arya was like not wanting to sit. She wanted to stand and eat. Like, it's just like she didn't want to eat. Then Abby's bottle wasn't hot enough, so she didn't want to eat. So she's like spilling milk out. And then I obviously couldn't eat because I'm like trying to like wrangle these kittens, like that don't want to be wrangled. And this mom comes up to me and was like, do you want me to hold her? And I was like, which one? And she's like, oh, whatever one, like I could help. And I was like, oh my gosh, no, like, but really, yes, but no, like I couldn't let you do that. Like, no, you're at Costco, go shop or enjoy. She goes, no, I don't have my kids today and I feel useless. So like I was, maybe I could help you.
Wow.
And I was like, this really happened because I see the stories like on Facebook or like
Yeah.
the flight attendant holding the baby, like stuff like that. But I mean, I was just impressed that like people really do this. And I was impressed that, she had no kids and wanted to offer help. Like
Yeah.
it was just, if I have no kids,
So
I'm not
wait,
helping
did you let her
nobody.
hold your kid?
No, because I was like, you're at Costco with no kids. Go like look at the clothes. I don't know. Like have fun.
Yeah.
Go look at buy Uncrustables for no reason. I don't know.
That's so
Like
nice though. Did you like trust her?
um I mean, Abby, I was right there. Like, was she gonna run off with my kid? Like, highly doubt it. I'd choke slam her, but
Yeah, she
she was
probably wouldn't.
very.
But
I didn't get like a bad feeling when she said it. Like, like that mother's
yeah.
intuition. I didn't get any of that, and so like, I trust her. Like, I didn't let her do it because, like I said, she's at Costco with no kids. Like, go
Yeah.
enjoy your life. But like, I was just impressed that one, she offered, and two, like I always hear about. No, that's never happened to me before. I always hear
Yeah.
about these stories, and people say like, "Oh, the flight attendant took my kid and like rocked my kid," and or like somebody at the restaurant like let me eat, and like she like was like, "Yeah, yeah, eat your salad," and I was like, "No, no, I can't."
That's so
Can
nice.
I? Can I though? But yeah, that was my 10 seconds. So humanity is restored in Utah.
Okay, cool. Love that. I don't know. I don't know what my 10 seconds is. Now, like I was gonna talk about how I'm not using soap or shampoo, but now I'm thinking, is that like gross? Do people not want to hear about that?
Bro, I almost spit.
Is that too much information? But I'm not, and I'm loving it. I think it's all a scam now. And although it's not, because like all my friends and family are telling me that I stink, but I don't. I don't. They just think I
We
do, but
should,
I don't.
jumping in real quick on this. We're back with a bang, guys. Here
Yeah.
we
Listen,
are,
I
loud and
recommend we all go
proud.
for it. We all go for no soap, no shampoo. It doesn't stink. I just think society has programmed you to think it stinks. It just doesn't smell like perfume. It just smells like a body. And I like the way a body smells. I want to smell all
Mm.
your bodies. So stop using
Oh,
soap and shampoo. Yeah,
um,
that's the update.
I don't know though, because I have been on a treadmill before in the gym and like somebody really smelly would get next to me and like start running and I'm like, I gotta get off. Like I can't. Like
I don't know, like maybe that's me. But I don't think so. I mean, like I know some people are like real sharp and pungent, but I feel like if you like eat right and like I'm using water. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I think that's the end. That was 10 seconds. 10 seconds is up. Can't keep talking about this.
can't talk. We're done. It's over
Um,
with.
if you have a question,
Comment
follow-up
below.
questions about this, chat, comment.
Comment below.
Comment
Comment
below. But
below.
if I never said that, you guys would not know the difference. I look the same. Hair is looking on point. I mean, it's a little stringy
Okay,
now, but
so you don't use shampoo or like soaps of any sort, but do you like, is it because the chemicals or is it like because you just don't want to? or because I don't know.
I mean, I don't want to, and my boyfriend wants me not to. I mean, that was the kind of it was like if he's cool with it, then I have like freedom to do it. Like, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't
If he
know.
if he likes the smell, then smell it
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, I mean,
And
and then
and honestly,
I mean,
he's
like,
the
I
one
wish
smelling
my
you the
friends and
most.
family liked it too, but I think you guys are all gonna come around.
What is it? The pheromones? Is that pheromones? Like
Yeah. Yeah, I think
the
it's like
natural
pheromones, and
natural
I
pheromones.
I feel like I smell like my dad. I smell, to me, I smell like my dad. Dude, stop. Stop. Okay, but really though, because like he doesn't use like scented products. Like he has a fragrance. It smells like a body. I don't mind that. I feel like I smell the same. Anyway, that's sex.
Okay, 10 secs. All right. Well,
Okay, cool. So let's get into the meat and potatoes of today. Welcome back to the podcast. Some of you may know, some of you may not know. I snapped my ACL right in half almost exactly a month ago. To be honest, if I didn't like, well, it's not quite right, but I'm living my life, walking around with no brace,
yeah.
lifting weights still. It's like
I will say, like, we played spike ball the other day,
we played
and
spike ball.
aside from me knowing, like, I knew that your ACL was snapped, so I was like, don't, I'll go, like I like was
Yeah.
babying you a little bit. But like, I mean, you're still moving. You were still
Yeah.
moving and grooving, like, and we could have won. Like, I mean, we did
Oh,
win, but
yeah, we let them win.
yeah. My pants rolling down that day was a bigger issue than your ACL. Let's put it that way. Like,
That's not true, but I do think it's kind of like I'm surprised because I have heard of people with ACL problems in the past, and I see them with their like
yeah.
massive braces, like, and their
Okay, okay, okay.
crutches.
I want to interview you on this because
Okay.
me personally, like, let me knock on wood, praise God, whatever, count my beautiful blessings, have never had like a knee injury that severe. I've had knee injuries, but not that severe as like ACL. So, all my clients that have had ACL injuries come in with this like big old brace, like they can't walk, um,
Do they use
and they
crutches?
can't move. Uh, yes, or they're like are very like
Yeah.
limpy. I mean, to
Yeah.
get to my gym anyways, it's like they have to like walk a ways, but like it's not that bad. But yeah, they like have a big brace, they use crutches, or they're like limping around. They can't do certain things. Um, so I know that you did use crutches in the beginning, right? Like
Yeah.
let's start from the beginning. So it happens, and then you're like, this isn't right. You couldn't bear weight, right?
Yeah, if I tried to, when it very first happened, if I tried, it didn't, pain was not really the issue, but I could not put weight on that leg. I would just buckle and like actually fall to the ground. Um,
That's
it,
weird.
it was a very jarring. It was like, it was weird to feel like this leg is not functioning. And that was like when it first happened. But even when it first happened, okay, so like knee snapped, I'm on the ground. I try to take my ski off and carry it down the mountain, and that's when I like fall down again because I can't walk on that leg. Um but then I'm like too embarrassed to accept help from like ski patrol. Like I'm not trying to get on one of those like sleds that they like slide you down. I'm not trying to get on a snowmobile. I don't want to make a scene even though I'm like screaming fuck all over the mountain. Like I don't want to make a scene. I don't want to have like that type of attention. It's so embarrassing. Um so even then when I couldn't bear weight, I still took like a ski pole and really carefully walked down the mountain. Like I felt strong, like I could engage like a monster walk. If anybody's ever trained with us, like they know what a monster walk is, or like when you activate your hips against a band or like resistance. I could do that and walk. And it wasn't like straight up walking. I had to like kind of sidestep, and I used the ski for support, but like instantly after it snapped, I was still walking, like still making it happen down the mountain, mostly because I couldn't handle the shame of like not walking. So
Yeah.
and then they were really extra and they made me like get in a wheelchair because like I don't know. I did because like I had to like walk down to like the lift, and then I had to like go up to the top so that I could, what do they call it? Download. so embarrassing where you like
Oh,
ride the lift down the mountain instead of
down, yeah,
fun thing,
go
which is
up.
down the mountain. So when I'm like downloading, they made me get in a wheelchair and I was just like too embarrassed to try to fight them and be like, no, let me hobble. Like, so I sat in the wheelchair and got downloaded down the mountain. And so then right away, I had like a brace and crutches for like days. And I don't know, like maybe I could have walked then, but it was pretty uncomfortable for the
Did it
first few days.
swell right away or would it have,
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
the
swollen?
first like it was swollen and bruised for like a good week or two. I mean, it's still swollen, it's just not bruised.
Yeah. So like roughly how long did you use crutches?
I stopped using crutches that same week. I was like, I'm over this. Like I would take
Yeah.
them with me around like walking around Whistler, but I would like carry them or like prop them up like somewhere and leave them and go and walk around with it because it's like it was like too much. First of all, using those crutches was way too much upper body exercise for me. Okay, I don't
Yeah.
like to do that much arms. Second of all, it was just it's such an ordeal to be walking around with the
Yeah.
crutches, and again, it's just like the attention. I was not about it. So
Yeah.
by the end, like days later, I was like ditching the crutches and just walking on the leg. I'm trying to think. It was like 2 days later, I was in the gym lifting.
Yeah, I remember. I remember you were like texting me and I like couldn't believe it. And so like I said, anybody that I've known that has had ACL injury, it's like this big huge ordeal. They can't do anything, they can't walk, they can't move. They're in this like this knee brace where they like are just a vegetable and like they can't do
Yeah,
anything. And you were like texting me, and this was before we knew it was ACL. So and so you're texting me you're gonna go work out. So I was like, oh, just
she's
like
fine. Yeah.
yeah,
I thought it
nothing.
was too. I I I I
Nothing.
I felt like I was gonna get away with it, like that there's nothing really wrong because like I said, I was doing stuff. I think that like I can appreciate where somebody who doesn't have the strength or like knowledge of how to like support themselves maybe would feel really scared and want to be in a brace and want to really baby it because it was very unnerving to put my leg down and take a step and have it just crumble. Like I
Oh,
fell to the ground the first time I tried to like just walk. And then I had to be really careful about it, but I could. So I could see how somebody who doesn't have the strength or the knowledge would want to baby it, but that's all the more reason to get the strength and the knowledge because you
yeah.
could snap your
Well, and
ACL and still walk around.
so we're in crutches. You don't have a brace, right? Like we did wear a little brace for
I
like
had a
a
brace. I
second,
actually had one of the like embarrassing
big ones.
hard
Like,
hard braces like with yeah, I did. I did. And I
did the
actually
brace
wore
feel good?
the brace actually did feel good. I wore the brace for a lot longer than I used the crutches. I wore the brace for like
Yeah.
2 or 3 weeks probably before I was like over that too.
Yeah. Um, okay, so then my next question is body awareness. Like how much do you have to think about using your glutes? Are your glutes involved? Are you like what part of your body, like if you don't, I guess like pay attention, are you like what would your knee like start hurting if you like did a step up and you were like in your toes or like
I never do a step in my toe, so I don't know. No, just
yeah.
kidding. I'm just
Do you
kidding.
see this fat ass? Okay.
I don't know though because I don't think like right now I don't really have to think that hard. Like I could walk around like I notice it. Like sometimes I have a rug right here. If I get up and I'm real careless and I trip on the rug, that hurts.
Oh,
Um and like full extension is not good and I can't bend it past 90. That's not good. But just walking, I can do that. I mean, I'm
mm,
always careful when I'm performing my lifts about lining up the form correctly. So I don't feel like I have to work any harder than normal on that stuff. Like if I
yeah,
do a step up, like I know I need to do a step up, then the knee handles it with
yeah,
weight and everything. Um, Heavy squats and heavy deadlifts are out of the question, but besides, I mean, heavy hip thrusting. I hip thrusted
yeah,
277 pounds yesterday.
yeah. I actually hate hip thrusts, so
I
I
was thinking
applaud
about
you.
that while I was
Let
on the
me.
hip thrust. I was like, I don't understand why Laura doesn't like this. Like,
I just, I hate it. It's like setting up for a deadlift or taking the weight off from a deadlift. It's like I don't want to add all this weight and, ugh. And then like it's like across your hips, and it's so annoying, and it feels like just like all this like weight. I don't know. I just hate
it's
it. I
like
really do.
all the good things about deadlift and no arms. It's amazing. I don't know why you don't like
Yeah,
it.
I don't know. I like the arm part of it. Let me go. Let me go make my kid be quiet real quick.
Oh, okay. You can't even hear them. Intermission. What should we talk about? Chat while Laura's gone.
Can you even hear Abby?
No, we can't hear at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
She's wailing. Okay, so back to the knee. So how like I said, everybody that I've had ACL injuries, it's like awful and they're just is so bad. But how do you feel? I guess you're never prepared for an ACL injury, but like your strength training has, I guess, put you in a better place
Oh yeah,
than people
totally.
that like don't.
Just because of how like when I'm using my quad and my hamstring and my glute and all of that is working correctly, I don't even really need that ligament. You know what I mean? Like
What's an ACL? I mean, come
you
on.
can live your whole life really comfortably without it. I mean, they even say like if I were like a 70-year-old person with a like low intensity life, they would not tell me to get a surgery. They would be like,
No.
yeah,
Mm-mm.
just live your life.
I
Um,
think there's a few surgeons that I know that like would probably say that to like a 60-year-old too.
oh yeah. Or even a
Like,
40 something year old if you aren't going to be asking a ton of your leg, I guess you don't really need it. I have plans to ask a lot of my legs, so I have plans to
yeah,
get this fixed, but um it's been surprising how much I can like really live my life. Like hip thrust 277 pounds for reps confidently with no
yeah.
pain and get up and like
And
maybe
that is a lot.
my
That
knee
is a lot of
feels
weight.
swollen, but it doesn't hurt. It like almost never hurts. It's crazy. It's such a weird, it is weird to have this injury though. Like, and it is unnerving to feel like that leg doesn't work. I can understand why people
Like panic almost,
freak
huh?
out. Yeah.
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 And I get it, like, I guess in the sense that like I'm sure I would probably freak out too at first. Like I can't stand, like I can't, I don't know. And like you said, like I think we just live demanding lifestyles, like where we
Yeah.
want to just do whatever and like bolt this way and like cut and do whatever. And like, I mean, if we didn't live like that, like then don't get the surgery. But I
Yeah.
feel like, and I also, how do you think your strength training is gonna like pan out with the PT
Okay, so that
afterwards?
was
And
that was what I was going to talk about next. Like we'll have to maybe do a follow-up because I meet with the orthopedic surgeon on Monday. Today's Friday. I meet with him on Monday. And me and my cocky attitude that like I just can't kick, I feel like I'm going to be like a prodigy. I'm going to be the fastest ACL recovery in the history of ACL recoveries. I'm not even kidding. Like my parents keep telling me to humble myself and to like listen to these people, but I don't see myself really listening to people. Just
I mean,
it's just how I am. But I feel like the strength that I have now coming out of the surgery, like I'll probably have like a week where I can't really do anything. It'll probably hurt really bad. And then it'll be kind of the same progression as when it first got hurt. Like I'll start slow, like not walking, like not doing a ton of like hiking or anything, but I'll try to lift.
yeah,
Like I will do all the lifts that I can do without bearing weight in that leg, which is a lot of stuff. Like adductions are so good and abductions like in and out with the legs against the machine or a band. That's so good for my glutes and doesn't put any pressure on the legs. So as
yeah.
long as I'm not real careless on the eccentric part of the movement, I can do that stuff no problem. Then
And
I'll
you're just
slow.
so you feel like such good body awareness that like
Yeah.
I I I know that like you are in a good position and like you like if anything ever hurts or bothers you, you will back off. Like you're not going to be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I one more set." Like
Yeah. No,
I mean, you might,
I
but
might,
also
but I
like
won't because I don't want to do any further damage. But I also don't want to have a pancake ass. So we're gonna have to find a middle ground here.
you're going to be
But
sitting down squeezing your cheeks while you're sitting.
yeah, I mean there and it'll just be like adding things slowly back in. Slowly back in is gonna be like a month or two after surgery. I expect to be
Feeling good.
at least where I'm at right now and hopefully beyond that. Like I do miss deadlifting and squatting heavy. And I do miss
Yeah.
like running and hiking and stuff. And
It's so wild because I feel like this will help like further our knowledge like in what we already know, but like
yeah.
now you have like a personal experience to it. And it was like that was kind of similar when I like got pregnant or like the last
Mhm.
2 pregnancies that I've had, and it's like you just learn so much. You learn so
Yeah.
much. You learn so much about yourself. You learn so much about like lifting, about positions and positions that you need to be in, and just like being aware of your body and like movements, and like you miss stuff like running that I didn't typically love before, but like
Yeah.
I would miss it. Like I
When you
can't just
can't
like,
do it, you're like,
yes.
damn.
Yeah, I couldn't just go out for a run. Like right now I could just go out for a run. Would I be great at it? Probably not, but like I could do it if I
Yeah.
wanted to. But
Yeah.
like in your case, like you can't really just like go out for a run or like, you know, probably go on like a 15-mile hike like you want to,
The
but
main thing I miss is skiing, dude.
I I
I would
know.
I miss it so much. Like I only went like 3 times. I was so hooked. I was like so obsessed with skiing. It was so fun to be applying the fitness to a new thing. And like it was outside and it made me not
Do
like,
you blame skiing for getting
no,
hurt?
no.
That's so cool because there's people that are like, "Ugh, I was skiing and I got hurt and like I'm never gonna ski again," or
The
like
the
whatever.
very first thing I want to do is ski. Like
Well, you were trying to come out here like right after it happened
I would like to
too.
ski before the surgery. It's already snapped.
Yeah.
Let me do this one more time. Like,
Well, wear that big knee brace and let's go.
I know.
Let's get up this mountain and ski it out.
And
I
I know it's
mean,
very normal for this to happen. A lot of people that I've been talking with since, like, I was getting my teeth cleaned the other day, and my dental hygienist told me that she's a skier. She snapped both her ACLs. Like, like it's just like I think it's kind of normal, and I just think that my timing on it being like so new, and I think it was just unlucky. I don't blame skiing, and I don't
yeah.
even blame myself. Like, I really wasn't being dumb. I swear I wasn't being dumb. I know I'm cocky, but I wasn't being dumb. I wasn't.
I'm
I
gonna
was
have to
just
ask
slow.
your
It
boyfriend
was
and be
just,
like,
I was almost to the end of the run. Like it was just a thick patch and I fell in an unlucky way and it just is what it is. Like,
you know what though? Like the other day I hate to say this because I don't ever just like dick around, but I was like dicking around while Arya was skiing because she goes slower than I do. So it's like, oh, I'm gonna like go through this big patch of like powder and like go off this like side and like kind of do like a little jump or whatever. And I freaking busted my ass so hard. And I was like, whoa, like I could easily feel how this could have like jacked up my knee. Like
yeah,
I could feel like, I mean, if I wasn't strong and was able to like kind of or know what I was doing, like kind of control the movement a little bit. But I was like, whoa, like that was kind of scary. Like, what if I
yeah,
would have broke my knee, like, or
yeah.
snapped something or whatever? Like, well, not only that, and then I landed and I was like in thigh high of powder. Like I had to like crawl out of it. So I would have called the ski patrol, like for
Yeah,
real. I
good
would have
thing you didn't hurt your knee. Yeah,
I
yeah, for
would have
real.
been, yeah. But
It was a scary moment too. Like it was like to have that pop and just know in my head like something's wrong. That was bad. But without the searing pain, it was like I like a converse. Like I remember in my head. First of all, I was on this trip with my boyfriend. This was on his birthday, second run of the day. So embarrassing. So embarrassing. Okay. And I snap my knee and I hear it. Well, I feel it pop, and I'm like, this is probably not good, but like it doesn't hurt, but it's not good. And I'm like going through my head, like, okay, like am I done skiing for the day? Am I done skiing for the week? Am I done skiing for this season?
forever.
Like, how much damage have I done here? And it was like, it was just, I mean, it was not a fun moment. I wouldn't recommend anybody do this. But that being said, having the strength to support it and having a good attitude about it too, like
Yeah,
not
you
letting
had a
it,
very, very, very good attitude.
thank you.
I would like text Mo on the side and be like, is she lying to us? Like, is she really like, should we go do a wellness check? And she's just texting us that she's like in good spirits. Should we send somebody for
I
help?
just
Like,
don't there's no point in not having that. Like going down, I've been the person in my life before who would go down the rabbit hole in a bad way, and it does nothing for you. And also the confidence of knowing I'm strong. Like I freaking got this. Like you cannot keep me down. Like this ACL, whatever. I'm still gonna be walking around. Fuck these crutches. Like I got this. And like that really is powerful. And your mind is so such
Yeah.
a tool, and it is a muscle. And if you what you your thoughts become things.
Yeah.
So
That's
it's been,
that is very true, but you
and
did have
it's
very good
back in the day,
positivity.
I have gotten hurt a lot. Like back before I was like really strong, I used to get hurt all the time. Like I would break bones and roll ankles, like to the point where I needed to be in a boot for 3 months. And it would take me, like it would over, I would be in a depression. I was getting anxiety attacks, like because I would think I'm broken. I can't do this. Like that I'm stuck. I can't do anything. And that is so not helpful. And I am, one of the things I love about being strong is that I don't get injuries like that often. I can't say
Yeah.
never more, but not that often. And I have the mental fortitude to not let it derail me. It's like nothing's gonna stop this train, you know what I mean? Like, so it's been really rewarding. Not that I would get hurt again for fun, but it has been cool to like see my own personal growth from the way I handled being injured in the past and the way I handle being injured now. That's been cool.
um that is a cool like growth and perspective to have on it, because I think we've all been there. I've definitely been there, especially back in like the CrossFit like days when I would get hurt and it was like I don't need to be out forever. This is gonna set me back, and like and then you just get so in your head about it that
Yeah.
it's oh my gosh. Like I just remember like feeling so down, and I remember like one time like specifically when I had like hurt my shoulder, and you were like, "Okay, so go work on running. Like go work your lower body. Like go do some deadlifts or whatever." Um like that, to shift your mindset like that is
Yeah.
so cool. It's such a cool tool to have, because not
Yeah.
everybody has that.
Yeah. Everybody can't have that though. It's just a matter of being
Yeah, that's
able,
free. That's your mindset.
yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
So
let's
yeah.
talk about our healthcare system and how
Oh,
it's
well, that's
a few.
everybody knows how dumb that is, but I don't recommend um getting your ACL fixed in Las Vegas if you have bottom of the barrel health insurance, like some of us might have. Okay, just a mess. I mean, I without getting into like it just it. Here's the main takeaway from this: avoid the healthcare system as much as you can, because the red tape and the like insurance loopholes and the way that like nobody cares about actual helping you. I don't know, maybe the doctor will. I haven't met with him yet. But up to this point, nobody that I've discussed any of this with cares. Like it's just bad. I feel like yeah, what I do we need to go into detail about that? Avoid the healthcare system.
Avoid it.
It's
Yeah.
bad. Like
I think we've talked before on our podcast about like healthcare in general and like how it's just, I don't know, it's just wild. But like more so like recently, I've been listening to like a few podcasts, and it's just like even down to like what they recommend for diabetics to eat.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's like, what you want them to eat? What? Like, I don't, we won't even get into that, but it's just like, this is our healthcare in America. Okay, that's great. Like,
Like I got an MRI and then I went to, in order to get to an orthopedic surgeon, I have to get referred from my primary care physician, which I don't have one. You're my primary care physician. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, so now I have to like go and find a primary care physician to see me to do this. And then they need the MRI, right? I have the MRI, paid cash for that. So I could have everything. I have the disc of it. I have the radiologist report. They sent it to me personally. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, well, I'll just email you the report. What's the
But
email
we can't
address?
take it.
We don't have an email address.
Yep.
What are you talking about? I know you have an email address. It's just like so dumb stuff like
Yeah,
that.
but if they want
Like
your insurance card, they'll take it through email.
it's all about the money, baby. They don't care about helping people. It's just like
Yeah.
call centers and waiting and
Speaking
loopholes.
of healthcare in Vegas,
Uh-oh.
this- so long story short, sum it up. I was pregnant. I think my first appointment was at like 8 or 9 weeks. Went to the doctor here in Utah. They're like, "Oh, who was your previous doctor that you had for your first birth. So I tell them, okay, sign this, whatever, so we could request your, because I had a C-section.
Yeah.
So they need to see that's a surgery. Okay, signed it, whatever. Keep going to all these appointments. Long story short, I get to like my, I don't know, 30-week appointment, and they're like, we still have not heard from your doctor. He's not answering our calls. He hasn't sent over the thing. You want to have a VBAC, which is a vaginal birth after cesarean. So you want to have a VBAC. We have concerns because we don't know what happened during your C-section. If there was anything, did you have any complications? Now they're taking my word for it. No, I didn't have any complications. But what the fuck do I know? Because I was just laying on the table. Like, I don't know,
Yeah.
whatever. Long story short, my doctor, thank God for him, he was like, you're pretty healthy. I don't see any scar tissue, like whatever. I'm willing to do this VBAC. Like I'm not gonna sign the consent that like whatever. And I was like, yeah, I'll sign away. But like,
Yeah.
how isn't that malpractice that they wouldn't send
They never
over?
ever got back.
They never said it, never sent it. To this day, they still don't have it. I've called and I've left a message and I talked to like the person up front or whatever, never sent it. And I'm like, oh, but they had no problem sending it to my insurance. Like they had no problem, contacting whoever to get their money. Like, yeah,
Well, you know
wild,
what they
right?
say about healthcare in Las Vegas. If you get sick in Las Vegas, go to the airport.
Go to the airport. Yeah, drive 3 hours to Utah and
Go to the airport if you get sick in Las Vegas because they ain't gonna help you here. So
no, yeah. God, well, I hope it all goes great. Should you like come out here and have surgery and I'll
yeah,
take care of you. I'll be a nurse.
we'll see. I mean, luckily, I feel like this is pretty routine and hopefully it goes without a hitch
Yeah.
and my strength helps me get through it and it shouldn't be that big of a deal, but we'll keep everybody updated, bulletins as they break on the ACL situation. In the meanwhile, welcome us back because we're
Yeah.
back. And
Two
we're gonna
kids and a broken ACL and we're here. We're doing great,
Yep,
guys.
yep, yep. And we're gonna try to stay a little bit more present in y'all's inbox. So yeah, that's it. I mean, what do we what how do we wrap these things up? I don't even
We
remember.
used to do like hot takes.
Oh, hot take. Okay, we have 3.5 minutes for a hot take.
Oh
Oh,
God, hot take, hot take, hot take, hot take, hot
hot
take.
takes.
Hot take, Lululemon is on my effing
Oh,
shit
wait,
list.
no, I have a better hot take. Can we talk about J-Lo?
Oh, her Bronx.
Okay,
I used to wear my hair like this and I would run on.
I have to admit, I like having a contrary opinion. So the fact that everybody is like against JLo right now makes me like I am straight up watching her documentary and her movie with the openest mind because I would love nothing more than to be the one person who's like lobbying for JLo right now. You know,
JLo,
like
yeah.
everybody hates
Yeah.
her. Like it's just I love to be contrary. Like I want to support her. But bruh, embarrassing. Have you watched any of this?
No, I've just seen like the TikToks and they're freaking funny.
It's the best
Like,
cringe watch in a while. Like
okay,
the
what is it? I'm gonna watch
documentary
it. It'll be
is,
my next 10 secs on the
yeah, it's
next
on,
one.
it's streaming on Prime. If you guys have an hour and a half that you just want to cringe to death,
I'm gonna do it.
it's so funny to watch like everybody in her life be like, please don't do this. Like, please don't spend $20 million on this movie. And like, please stop trying to convince everybody that Ben Affleck loves you so much. And like, please stop trying to get your celebrity friends to like
Oh,
make videos in this thing.
damn.
And she just keeps going
What do you
harder.
think her like reason is? Like she just wants to be accepted or she wants to prove herself or like what is her
Yeah.
deal?
Yeah. I think that she wants to like,
Prove herself, like
yeah.
prove that she was like nothing or came from nothing and is something
Yeah.
or
And
prove herself and
like prove that she can do it all. She wants
like
to
she
like
made it.
write the movie and direct the movie and star in the movie and do this the music for the movie. And like she just wants to like be everything so hard. And like
Well, how about you just like be a good delegator? Like find the people and be like, you do this and like I'll do what I'm good at and you do what you're good at.
I
Like,
just love
listen,
watching
Jenny
it.
from the block.
It's like a good cautionary tale for a person like me too, who like I could, I could go down that could be me.
No, 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 because I would be like, listen, you
Dude,
got to step back
everyone
here.
in her corner was telling her not to, and she's like, I have to do this. I'm an artist. Okay.
Oh, that was a really good impression, actually.
Yeah, well, because that's my good Bronx accent, dude. Stop. She's too much. Please watch it. Oh, and there's one part in there where she's like in the gym and she's like trying to like teach her assistant how to do like a GHD back extension.
Oh,
Tell me
no.
why she looks like a fish flopping in the ocean. Like it's the worst GHD back extension I've ever seen in my.
Oh,
You're gonna cringe. You have to watch this. You have to
I'm
watch.
gonna watch it. That'll be my next 10
I want to
cents.
know what everybody else thinks about J-Lo too. Like, I mean, obviously we all hate her. We don't hate her, but like it's very we
It's
all
yeah,
agree this is beyond cringe. Beyond cringe.
J-Lo.
Please watch it tonight.
Yeah, I will. When the kids go to bed.
Oh God. All right.
Signing in
Well,
for
I
it.
guess that's all we've got for today. Because we've got less than a minute on this thing. So you have to save your Lululemon rant for me off screen.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
until then,
Well,
you're not hungry, you're bored.
close the fridge. Bye.